Okay, so starting with warm up with the neck, looking up and down, and very gently. We don't want to force on the neck. And then side to side. And then around. And switch direction. And come back to center and march. And again, we're doing the wrist, so circling the wrist in one direction while at the same time lifting the arms up. And then switch direction with the wrists and let the arms come down. And that same again, switch direction, arms up. And switch direction, arms down. And lift the knee a bit higher. And then careful of your surrounding. We're going to swim back. And swim forward. The next one, we press the heel, push the heel forward, and at the same time, we're going to push the hands matching with the heels. And the toes, instead of the heel, we're pressing the toes, and we're pressing up. Toes, pointing, and pressing up. And then a step touch. And then twist. And then we bring the knee up and twist to get the elbow close to the opposite knee. Then we're going to kick back and press the shoulder back, the elbow back. And then a light jog, just to get the heart pumping a little bit. And pause, and the hips opening back. And then forward. And then check it out. Bounce a little bit. And then a little shoulder shrug. So come your shoulder up, like, I don't know, and relax. And I don't know, and relax. If you've been sitting at the desk, that's gonna feel good. All right, so grab your long bend, resistant bend, and we're gonna be sitting. So your legs in front of you. Legs don't need to be straight. Gonna take your band and put the bands at the middle of each foot and find your tension. And from here, sit straight-ish. And then roll your shoulder back down. And with your elbow close to your body, you will just like pull the bands towards you, like we're doing rowing. So the elbow are not flaring up like this. We roll the shoulder back down, and then we pull the bands. So find the resistance that works best for you on this one. You can have your knee bent as well if your bands are a bit tight to make it easier. And we go for 6 more. Make sure the chest is open and you're not rounding the shoulder. So chest open. And 2 more. Okay, and let go of the band, and we'll go into a squat right away. So if you have the small band and you want to try to put the small band around your knee to see the difference when you do the squat, you have to put it on top of the knee joint. So then when you squat, you have that slight external pressure that will help you not have your knee cave inward. And so like we said last time, if you want to focus on the quad, your chest is a bit more upward. If you want to focus on the glutes, you'll lean a little bit more forwards. I'm going to do 6 more. And the last 2. Okay, and you can take a break, quick break, 30 seconds if you need some water. And we'll go back sitting with our legs straight and the bend. Now, as we're doing upper body and then lower body, when we're doing our lower body, the upper body is resting. So we don't need that much rest between the sets. That's when you don't have a lot of time. That's a trick you can use. So again, the bend on your feet. You can have your knee bend or legs straight. Open the chest, roll the shoulder back down, and we go for 12. Pull the bend towards you. And the elbow are close to your body. We're not opening the elbow to the side. 4 more. And the last one. Okay, and back into our squat. So you try with the band. You don't have to try it again if you feel like that didn't help, or you can do it without the band. So find your stand, find your chest, how you want to walk on your legs, and when you're ready, let's go and squat down. So if you are barefoot or with socks, feel your toes, engage the toes. The toes are really walking on this one. They're like gripping the floor. So you're engaging all sides of your feet. And 4 more. And the last one. Okay, and take a 30 seconds rest. And we do the last one, sitting on the mat. And maybe for the last set, you might want to try to make it a little bit harder with a different band, or you just welcome to do it the same way you did for the first two. So you're sitting, and then roll your shoulder back down, open the chest, and then pull the band towards you, keeping the elbow close to the body. And when you let go of the band, still leave some engagement in your arm. Just don't let completely go and round your shoulder. You're still activated. And 4 more. And the last one. And the last the last squat. You find your stand. Engage the toes, toe gripping on the mat, helping with balance. And when you're ready, all the way down and back up. And again, you go as low as you can get back up. It's not about as low as you can go. It's about how engaged you're having your muscles while coming back up. Four more. And the last one. All right. Check it out. 30-second rest, not 30 minutes. And we'll meet again on the mat lying down. So on this one, instead of push-ups, because I didn't want you to have to do push-ups again this week, depending on your band, you might need to put the bands under the mat because it's might be a little bit uncomfortable. So you're gonna lie down and have the band under your back like this. So I'll show you first. That's why you might want to put it under the mat or put a hoodie or something. So you have your band under your back and you're holding your band finding some tension. The knees are bent and feet flat on the floor. And the motion is to push up. So instead of pushing up the other way around, we're pushing the band up. Does that make sense? You might have to play around with the tension in the band and play around if it's not too much of a discomfort to have the band behind your back. And once you push up, your abs are engaged too. I will help you pushing up as well. If you tuck your abs in, squeeze your belly, and 4 more. And the last one. Okay, so coming back up. Okay, so we'll do the same deadlift, but we'll do one leg. So last time we did the deadlift this way. This time we'll do 1 foot at a time. So you have 1 foot, one leg straight, and the other leg is like just on the tippy toe down. And so starting position will be the same, knees bent, the hips back. And so that's your starting position. With the back leg, it's just on the tippy toe. We're not using that leg, it's just for balance. So roll your shoulder back down and then stand up. And on the way down, slight bend of the knee, push the hips back and come back down with your back keeping straight. You don't want to go too low that your back is rounded. You want to keep it back straight. Then come back up and then down. And you should feel it on the back side of the front leg. And 4 more. And the last one. And switch legs. You can shake your leg a little bit in between. On the opposite leg. The back leg is just on the tippy toe, just for balance. Starting position with the hips back. And the back straight, looking down. Roll the shoulder back. And then stand up. And your hips are facing forward. You're not opening the hips on the side. Hips are facing forward. Slight bend of the knee and push the hips back down. Not back down, back. And roll your shoulder back and stand up. Slight bend of the knee, push the hips back. Don't forget to breathe. And 4 more. And last one. And release, shake it out. Then 30 seconds rest, and then we'll go back into our chest press when we lie down and we press the band up. Okay, so when you're ready, slowly come back on the mat. With your band behind your back. Lie down on top of your band, hands inside the band. Find your tension, starting position with your arms resting on the floor. And then inhale here and exhale, push up. Again, your knees are bent, feet flat on the floor, your belly is engaged to help you push up. Inhale down, exhale, push. And 4 more. And last one. And slowly make your way back up. Second set of the single leg RDL. So you can also try without the bend for this one, if you might feel it already without the bend. So one foot forward, the other foot just for balance with your toes on the mat. Your hips are facing forward, not open to the side. And so the starting position, you down here with your back straight and your hips back. And so roll your shoulder back down and then stand up. And a side bend on the knee, push the hips back until your back is flat. And then stand back up. And push the hip back. And up again. And 4 more. And the last one. And shake. And switch. The back leg is resting just on the tippy toe for balance. The hips forward, not open to the side. Starting position down. Again, shoulder same, pointing forward down. So the hips will stay aligned. From here, shoulder back down. Stand up. Side bend of the knee, push the hips back. And then back up. Four more. And the last one. And shake your legs. And 30 seconds rest before we do the last one. Last rep for this 2 supersets. So back on the mat, your band behind your back, knee bend, feet flat on the floor, belly is engaged, hands in your band, arms resting on the floor. Inhale here, engage the belly, and exhale, push up and back down. Halfway. Three more. And the last one. And come back up for the last set. For the last set, yes, for the single leg. And we all face this way for the last one. With or without the bend. If you have the bend, you put it below under the foot. So front leg is straight. The back leg is just on the tippy toe, just for balance. Walking on that front leg first. If you're holding your bends, hands on the bends. Otherwise, with no bends, you can have your hands on your hips. So you have to have your hips facing forward and not opening on the side. Starting position. You're looking at the floor, leg is straight, roll your shoulder back down and lift up. Exhale, side bend on the knee, and then push the hips back and back up. Push the hips back. Four more. And the last one. And shake your legs. And then switch side. Hips facing forward, shoulder facing forward. Push the hips back, starting position, looking down, flat back. Then roll your shoulder back down and then stand up. And push the hips back. Roll the shoulder back down, stand up. 4 more. And the last one. And shake your legs. 30-second rest. We've done with this one too. So if you don't have time to work out, but you feel like you need to work on your muscles, this is the 4 exercise that we work the biggest muscle. So we worked the row, which did the back. We worked the squat that was doing the quad and the glutes. Then the chest press worked your chest, and the RDL that we just finished worked the hamstring. So if you don't have time, those 4 exercises, that is the workout that you can do if you really barely have enough time. Like what? It's like 30 minutes, let's say 35 minutes with warm up if you really only have 30 minutes. Okay, so next one, we are doing back-to-back abs. So no bends. So I'm going to try to make sure you can see. So we're going to do the dead bug. So if you never done the dead bug, dead bug, not bed bug. You're lying down. You might want to look at me just for 1 second while I'll demonstrate. So you're going to lie down on your back. Bring your legs up and your arms up. So you're like a dead bug. That's where it's coming from. And then opposite arm to opposite leg. You're going to open and then bring back to center. And then opposite arm and opposite leg. And your legs are going as low as you feel your lower belly engage. If it's engaging here, you don't need to go lower. Otherwise, it's going to go into your lower back. Does that make sense? Okay, so lying down on the back. So the knees are bent, legs are straight up. And then opposite leg, opposite arm open and come back up. And this one we go for 20. Make sure you really squeeze all your muscle before you open. We're halfway. And 4 more. And the last one. And relax. The next one, I call it the ankle touch. To make it easier to remember what it is. So you lie down on your back, your knees are bent, feet flat on the floor. You're going to bring your feet a little bit closer to your bum. And from here, you're going to lift the shoulder up off the floor, hands on the side. And your goal is just to touch the big round bone on your ankle. So one side, the other side. And you touch like this. Kind of like, I think it's called a turtle as well. And so you're touching the big bone on the side. And we go also for 20. halfway. And last one. And relax. You have 30 seconds here. You can do the good morning stretch for your abs to relax a little bit. The good thing is we don't have to stand up. We can just lay down for 3 sets here. All right, so when you're ready, bring your legs up, knee bend, arms up. Before you open, squeeze your abs and your pelvic floor, and then opposite leg, opposite arm, open, and come back to center. And then switch. We halfway. Four more. And last one. And reset. And when you're ready, feet flat on the floor. Bring your feet a little bit closer to your bum. And then lift shoulder off the floor. Hands straight on your side. And then touching the ankle on the side. 20 times. Halfway. Last one. And relax. You can extend the arms and legs. One more to go. That's the 2 exercise that I started doing 3 times a week that gave me really big improvement for my abs. Like I always hated doing abs and cores, hated so much. And then I started doing these 2 first twice a week and then 3 times a week. And then I finally saw some improvement as well in mobility and stability and helping other exercise as well as physically seeing some improvement. So when you look at them, they don't look like big sit-ups and big crunches, but they're really, really efficient, I would say. So we're going for the last round. So dead bug first, lie down on the floor, legs up, knees bent, arms up, squeeze pelvic floor and the bellies, and then opposite leg open, opposite arm. halfway. The last one. Right. Wiggle a little bit the body before you bend the knee, plant the feet on the floor, bring the feet a bit closer to your hips. And when you're ready and secure, lift the shoulder off the floor, hands straight, and look, gaze between your knees, a little bit above the knees, between your legs. And then when you're ready, touch the ankle side to side. Halfway. And last one. And release on the floor, melt on the floor, shake it out on the floor. Grab your arms and squeeze. Good morning stretch with your legs straight, arms straight. Whew. Yeah, we did it. Did the abs. Take your time. 30 seconds rest. And when you're ready, we'll come back in standing position. And you should be warm by now, I hope, with that. Okay, and long bend. We're doing the biceps curl same way as we did last week. So 1 foot easy, 2 feet harder. Holding your bands, elbow glued to your side. The upper arm is not moving. And when you're ready, curl your biceps. And 4 more. And last one. Okay, and keep the bands the way it is. No change. And letting the arms relax a little bit. And so last week we did the lateral raise. This week we're going to do the front one. So same, find the tension on your hand. And we do one hand at a time, because if we do 2 hands at a time, the alignment is not so great. What we want is, we want the hand to arrive like at my face. You shouldn't see my face when I'm arriving at level. So again, we want to have the elbow and the shoulder at the same level, not too high, and really mid body. You don't want to be on the side. You really want to be at the median line of your body. That's why we do one arm at a time. And we halfway. Two more. And switch arm. So again, not straight on the side. We want to be in the mid part of the body. And the shoulders are down. We're not open, like getting the shoulder up to the ear. The shoulders are down. And Elbow level with the shoulder. Halfway. And last one. And 30 seconds rest. You can grab some water. Do some stretches if your body feel like it. Okay, and when you're ready, grab your bands again. I'm going back with the biceps, elbow close to the body. We're holding the bands in front of us, and then we flex all the way up. Four more. And last one. And keeping the band where it is. One arm in front of you, shoulder relaxing down, and then lift the arm with elbow same level as your shoulder. And four more. And the last one. And switch side. So lifting your hands in front of your head with the elbow level with the shoulder. And the last one. Okay, so you can't see my arms, but arms up in the sky, and you fold forward. And you stay here. Try to have your legs as straight as possible. If you can't touch the floor with your legs straight, bring your legs to your shin or your quads. Or you can also hold opposite elbow with your hands and let your body dangle down. And we're taking deep inhale and long exhale to slow down your heartbeats. Then put your hands on your mat. You're gonna step 1 foot back and the other one, so both feet back, and come into a down dog position. Press on your hands, send the hips back and up. You can bend the knees and pressing one heel to the floor. And then switching and pressing the other heels into the floor. Okay, and we're gonna come into a pigeon pose. So right leg up, comes into the front with the right knee below the right hands and the right ankle below on the same level as the left hand. So like this, like twist. Your legs doesn't have to be 90-degree angle. It depends on flexibility. The back leg rests on the knee. And if that's already a good stretch for you, you can stay here, or you can melt on your elbow or all the way with your forehead on the mat. And we're stretching our glutes from here. And slowly we're coming back up to our hands and the back leg that is straight. You're gonna bend the knee, and if it's available, grab with the same arm, not opposite arm, same arm, grab your foot and bring your foot closer to your bum to stretch your quad. That way we do 2 birds, 1 stone, the glutes and the quad at the same time. And slowly release. Press onto your hands and your toes. Send the right leg back. And we'll switch legs. Left leg up. Come to the front of the mat. Into a pigeon pose. From here, you can melt onto your elbow or all the way with your forehead on your mat. And slowly come back up onto your hands. Bend the back leg, grab the foot with the same side hands. And then bring your foot closer to your hips. We're actually doing 3 birds, 1 stone on this one because we're stretching the one side of the chest as well, and the glutes and the quad. And slowly release the leg. Come into your child pose. And then instead of having your hips down, you're going to have your hips up, so above your knees. And you're going to come with your upper body down. So it's the puppy pose. So puppy pose, the hips are up, stack on top of the knees, and the upper body is melting onto the ground. So you can be on your elbow and feel the stretch in your back. And trying to bring the chest closer to the floor, the mat. And very gently come back up.